Hey, good morning, everybody. How's everybody doing today? All right, we're gonna try this thing again. Now, yesterday, our YouTube stream got interrupted when the internet went out. Kind of messed up the flow of the morning. So we're gonna try this again. So I want people to get a good feel for what goes on in our community. All right, so before we get going, I didn't get a chance to do a recap last night. I was just overwhelmed. Usually Wednesday is my busiest day in terms of mentoring. It just went on, and by the time I was done, I was through. Now, mentally, I was beat. So I'm going to go ahead and we'll do a let me move this. I'll do a recap real quick of yesterday, and then we'll jump into today. How about that? All right, so yesterday, and the SPY this morning kind of looks the same. We're going to take a look at that in a minute. But yesterday, you could see we didn't even come close to testing this ascending support, but we did end up with a pretty weak candle. It opened, pushed up a little bit, and then ended up selling off at the end of the day. And then up until like 5 o'clock, we just kept selling off. And then it started to bounce. And you'll see early this morning, it kind of sold off a little bit, but has since bounced. So, really, we're just trading in a channel at this point. We're just trading in a channel. And when that happens, it really, it really hurts day traders. Swing traders works pretty good because you're not looking for any quicker intraday moves. You're looking for moves over a period of a couple of days. But day traders, it kind of hurts us because it kind of kills the volatility. And that's why we haven't really seen many opportunities in day trading this week, any really clean opportunities. Like, what was that? Tuesday, DSW was the cleanest move of the week. A very clean move of the week, but we're not seeing a lot of these. And it's what happens. And part of the reason why I like to have everybody start slow and, take it one trade at a time is because you're going to have to recognize what conditions the market is in and then make a determination of do I want to trade this strategy or not? Or is this stock really good for this strategy? And that's one of the things that we're going to be focusing on going forward and into 2019 is kind of recognizing and understanding when the market is conducive to the setups I trade. Now, some of you may trade differently, and the setups may be working for you in this market. Is great. If you're a scalper, you can scalp in this, but that's not me. So, one of the mistakes that I made or have been making is I've been trying to force trades because everybody's watching. And I just I just want to take a trade. And that's the wrong mentality to have. If the market isn't receptive, don't take it. Like yesterday, did not see any opportunities for an opening range trade. I didn't take any. And I had several people that I worked with yesterday was like, I took these trades, but it didn't work. Why didn't it work? The market was not conducive to this setup. And when the market's not there, sometimes there's issues on the chart that will give you clues as to whether this will not work. And you just have to be patient and weather those storms. So we don't see moves like this all the time when the market is not really trading well. So we have to be ready and prepared to take them when we can. And if we blow up our account before we get these, then it doesn't really work well for us. All right, so we have started the 12 days before Christmas. I put that out there. I'm not going to talk about it all the time, but just so you guys know, some of you took advantage of the early bird special last year. It's kind of the same deal. They've given me some subscriptions. I offered it to the people who could take advantage of it within the community first. A couple people took advantage of it. Now, it's out to the public. Once I fill up, that's it. It's going to go away. I'm not going to do a countdown and go through all of that stuff. Once it's gone, it's gone. Last year, they all got taken up within a couple of days. But you guys that were on it last year, you don't have to worry about it. You're still locked in unless you canceled your profile, then you're not locked in. You're going to have to redo it. So up until the 12 days before Christmas, Christmas Day, I'll do a drawing for a lifetime membership, just like I did last year. And I'm going to look to give away some things like I did last year up to Christmas Day. So keep an eye out for all of that. Okay, so yesterday, NVIX, this was on our watch list. And you see we had the big candle, the big sell-off, and this was on SSR. So I was there's no way I was getting in it after this, especially a stop this on SSR. So we waited. We were waiting to see a bounce, see if it rejected. And it kind of traded sideways here. So, and before I went to lunch, I told you guys, look at this. Keep an eye on this. This is what I'm looking for during lunch. Unfortunately, it really started ticking down before I got to where I was going and could log back in. So I was a couple candles late. Here's a candle I really should have got in on. But, didn't get there on time. So I did get here. This is all the same order. Being on SSR, it's got the uptick. I actually had a 300 share order. Only 200 shares filled before it started to, sell off. And we got this quick dip. And didn't quite hit my target, so I took half off. And what I need to start doing on these stocks that's on SSR, once it hits a my target, I just need to take it all off. You know, once it hits a solid target, either take it all off or either take 2/3 off to lock in more profit. When I calculated this last night, I would have made over $200 if I had just taken it all off here. But I didn't. Ended up having my stop at break even. Got some of the SSR slippage on this, and only ended up clearing $90.75. This should have been over a $200 trade had I managed it right. So, I mean, it gave us a halfway decent opportunity. But the lessons to be learned here is you got to be patient. If the morning doesn't set up, the afternoon is probably going to be there for you. So, or later on. So we did get a little bit. Didn't really see this coming, so I didn't flip it long. I probably should have, because we know if we can't test the low and it starts to bounce, typically it squeezes, especially stocks on SSR. You know, so this is where your reflection and journaling comes in, because if you see this over and over and over again, then you can add something else to your strategy that's going to make you more money. You know, and that's something that we're going to be looking at going forward. So we traded TVIX later on, and you know, did fairly well. Now, if I feel that it's good to trade in a small account and it's good for guys that have smaller accounts, then I'll trade it in my small account. And I'll tell you, you know, it's going to be good for a small account today. And I'll let you know. If it can't, and you probably won't be able to give it enough room to let it work, then I'll tell you we're going to trade it in a bigger account because we need to give it more room. And that's what we had to do yesterday. You could see the candles, the big swings. We had to give it more room. It wasn't really a clean market. You know, here was a clean move, but this was not really clean. So we did manage to make some decent money in this. You know, $929 we were able to pull out of this. You know, I took it off. I probably could have left it on a little bit longer. You know, we did make the run up to 51.50. That was where I had my next target. But I just took it off here after the close. And then that was that. But still a decent, you know, still a decent amount of money. And again today, if it starts, you know, if it starts to sell off late, and depending on the volatility and the volume, you know, I'll let you know. Yes, Ryan, I did. We started trading TVIX around a little after 2 o'clock. And I logged into this account and showed them. Yep, I made it a point to do that. All right, so TWLO, it did hit our target yesterday. We got halfway between our entry and the 52-week low, and then we hit the 52-week high. Then we hit the 52-week high. I had another bid out here for $100.50. It didn't quite get there, so we're still holding that 125. But this really matured yesterday, and this is typically what happens to these on the 20 EMA crossover that we trade. And guys, it's a no-brainer entry. You know, it's just like I say in the classes. It's a no-brainer entry. If it opens above the previous day's close, you enter. set your stop at the low of the previous day, and go about your business. It's just a no-brainer. You're not looking for any specific price or anything, and you just go. Some people use this to trade all day. So, all day holds, and that works out too. But this was the only stock on the swing watch list. If you didn't know, make sure you go back and watch the swing watch list session. I post it every Sunday morning. We do it live every Sunday morning here in chat. And then, I post the video. And Apple, we're still underwater on. This is, I don't know why I make this mistake with Apple. It seems like I'm always making the same mistake. It's supposed to be an all-day hold, and it doesn't work out, so I turn it into a swing trade, and I'm sitting underwater for like days until, I can get out of it. I don't know why I do that with that stock. Sometimes it comes back to bite me. Hopefully this isn't one of those times. But we shall see. But that was yesterday. The key thing is patience. If the setups aren't there at the open, be patient. If some of you can only trade the open. When I was at work and I was learning how to day trade, and I was really focused on day trading for a living, I could only trade the open. And if there was nothing there, I had to learn not to force anything. Just because this was the only time I had to trade doesn't mean, to take a trade. You have to be disciplined. And if you're not disciplined, what's going to happen is you're going to start losing money. You're not going to manage or maintain your account. You're not going to manage your risk properly because you're just going to be all over the place. So again, I'm focusing on not taking the trade if there's no setup. I'm not forcing anything. Okay, that's the key. I don't want you guys forcing anything if it's not there. And just because people post stuff doesn't mean it's there. There's a way to look at what other people are posting if they're trading other stuff. It's not there for you to run and jump in it. Because oftentimes when people post an entry, it's like 5 or 10 minutes after, because they only post it if it's working. So you're late. So you want to make sure you don't fall for any of that stuff. Focus on you and what you're doing. And you can look at what other people are doing, write it down, look at it after your trading day is over. Send them questions, ask them what they were looking at, how they found it. But don't do it while you're in the middle of your trading day. That will really mess you up, and it won't get you to where you want to be. All right, Mitch, I'll look at GE after I go through my list. Just remind me if I forget. Ryan, I consider scalping anything less than 20 cents. 30 cents or less to me is a scalp. I didn't even look at play. Play wasn't on my watch. Oh, it was play on my watch list. I can't remember. And Christopher, I don't even remember what the whole watch list was, to be honest with you. I know it was this MBIX. I think play was on it, wasn't it? And AEO. I had all of those on there. All right, so we're gonna start looking at our watch list here. I kind of waited today because it was slow. It was small. So hang on 1 second. We're gonna jump in and look at building our watch list. All right, so excuse me. We are gonna look at TLRD. It looks too much like turd to me, don't you think? So if it looks too much like turd, then we probably don't want to trade it, right? So like Bud yesterday, Budweiser, that's tradable. But a stock that looks like turd, probably want to stay away from. All right, so see what we got here. 52-week low. That's what I love, but whether it's gonna have any more after this, hard to say. But I will put this on watch. Unfortunately, when it opens, if it's not already on SSR, it will be. Let me check here. It could have been on SSR from previous days. No, it's not. So, will most likely be on SSR before the open. After the open. And what you'll see a lot of people do, and why you see these sell off early before the open, is because people are getting in on SSR. People are getting in on these stocks before they hit SSR. They know it's going to hit at the open. So they get in right before the open, looking to catch, that dip. So that's why you'll see a lot of stocks selling off like that. And while you see those big moves before it opens, and we're like, damn, it just took up all of our trading range. So I will put TLRD on watch because it is making a 52-week low, and it may bounce. It may give us a solid long entry. It may recover half of this gap down it had yesterday. We don't know. So that's why we put them on our watch list. So we'll watch turd, see what it does. TOCA, this one, a little bit too low a price. TLRD is a really low price too, but like I said, it is 52-week low. It was over $20 up until this yesterday afternoon, so that's kind of still in play for me. This TOCA, a $10 stock with a 17 million share float, no go. UNG, 12 million share float, definitely a no go there. Then we got CIEN. This one is on earnings. I don't think it shows SSR on Thinkorswim. I've never seen it. But it may be. I've just never, since I don't trade on that platform, I don't really know. If it does, and And if it does, where to look for it. All right, so CIEN. See, we're knocking on the door of a 52-week high, 3504. We didn't quite get there on the push up on the earnings announcement this morning, but there is a possibility we can make this run. So definitely one that we will have on watch. See, we've got support. It's kind of been hanging on this support all morning, where you got it here and then, you know, kind of right here. These levels have been holding. So we'll see where it goes from there. But CIEN is a good one. Now GE is a high float stock. What's the float on GE? It's a high float stock. The last time it was in play, it did make a good move, which was surprising to me. I can't believe this thing has been selling off as bad as it's been selling off. I really can't believe that. All right, so they had an analyst upgrade, but then they announced it's going to sell majority stake in ServiceMax, which is a digital business they have. So really, it's just a matter of sitting back, watching what the market's going to do with this thing. I mean, the business obviously was in trouble, and it may still be in trouble. But on this analyst upgrade, looks like it's been pushing up. Plus, I guess financially, selling that piece is going to alleviate some financial stress on the company. So that's going to be positive. So let's see. GE has, 8.7 billion. That's why I didn't trade it. If it had like 1 or 2 billion share float, wouldn't have an issue with it. This thing has almost 9 billion share float. Now, granted, this thing is already traded 24 million shares, and it's right at 9 o'clock. So for a 8.7 billion share stock, that's really not a whole lot of volume. You know, 250,000 shares traded is not, I mean, not a 250,000, say 25 million shares of 25 million shares have traded, you know, right here at 9 o'clock. Does it have potential? You may have to size up. And it is a stock price that you can size up on. You know, I don't think it has a whole lot of room. Like from right here, see, from where it closed yesterday to where it is now, hasn't even gapped up $1. And 25 million shares are traded, and it hasn't even gapped $1. So there you go. right, so let's take a look and see if anything else is gonna make the cut. We don't have anything else in the earnings column, that's got any volume. Nothing that has any volume to it. All right, so let's take a look at the big gapper scan. So all I do right now, okay, this is a scan. Like I said yesterday, this is the scan that gives me my watch list, my main watch list. Now, yeah, if I don't have a whole lot of stocks on this, like today I've only got 2, then I have the room, the ability to go out and kind of look and see if there's some that may fall just outside of these parameters. You know, I'm looking for stocks over 20 bucks. TLRD, I am making an exception on, because this was a $20 stock yesterday. At least 50,000 shares of volume traded pre-market. That lets me know that it's most likely going to be in play today. The float, I want to see it over 50 million. Again, TLRD is right on the edge of that. And I like the ATR to be over $1. Now I know if a stock has a catalyst, it's typically going to move 3, 4, 5 times its average daily range. So if something has $1 and it can move 3 to 5 points outside of that, that's a good opportunity for day trading. So if a stock has an ATR of like 18 cents, then it's probably not going to move much, unless it's one of these low dollar, low float stocks that gets pumped in these chat rooms and stuff. And guys, you got to be careful. I know I was talking earlier about how I don't like to give out specific prices. You got to be careful of these people that give out specific prices. It's like, you know, you need to get in at this price or over this price. Because what happens, those guys that are front running you, they're going to have their orders in already. And when they telling you to buy, they're going to sell into you. So they're taking profit while you're actually getting in the trade. And 9 times out of 10, you're going to lose. So you got to be careful with that. I mean, I'm not saying everybody does it. Everybody's not a front runner, but you got to be careful in those instances. If the guy you follow wins all the time and you don't, he's probably front running you. You got to be careful with that. That's why you got to learn your own strategy. If it looks like you should be in a little early, then you need to get in. You know, don't wait for somebody to tell you it's time. You want to be in. And that's another reason I stream my platform live. So you guys know I'm not trying to make any money off you. Plus, I don't keep enough people in here to where it even matters. I like to keep a small, intimate group. One that we can have dialogue with, that we can PM each other without worrying about getting, you know, out of hand. You know, just create a real family atmosphere here. That's what I like. Okay, I'm not seeing anything else here. Don't see anything. Nope. I don't see anything. You know, here, for this main gapper scan, I'm looking at volume. If it's got over 50,000 shares, then I'll look at price. Then go to volume and price. And if the price is right, then I'll look at the float. The float's right. Look at ATR. If it meets all the qualifications, let's say the float's 1 billion shares and it meets all the other qualifications, then it'll probably make the cut. All right, cool. Glad you like it. All right, so let me post it on here. So now, what we do during this time is we just watch our stocks going into the open. And again, if it does not give us a good opportunity, or it makes the move, or does all of this prior to the open, then we need to stop. Yeah, we looked at GE. Yeah, but GE is almost a 9 billion share float stock. And don't want to mess with it. But yeah, we looked at it. We checked out the chart and all that good stuff. So now we sit back, we wait, we get ready to attack the market here. I'll log into my trading account here in a minute. Get those charts ready to go. Or I'll bring up the desktop. I'm already logged in. And what's up with XPO? XPO Logistics finds that 86% of U.S. consumers consider return policies when shopping online. No, that doesn't account for day traders. You gonna sell it? Yeah. All right, have a good day. So, yeah, looking at XPO right now. It just, it popped up on our scan. My advice to traders is, you got to go beyond the refund policy. You got to look at their disclaimer. Is going to tell you everything you need to know. You got to read their disclaimer. Because it doesn't matter what they say or what they tell you. That's not legally binding. What's legally binding is what's written in black and white. So, let's say you join XYZ chat room and you go in and you use this strategy and you lose all your money. And you find out that it was a fraud. You go to court, they're going to pull out the disclaimer saying, hey, this thing clearly states that these are simulated trades and that you can't, that you most likely will not get the same results. Nobody reads that. They just believe what everybody tells them. But like I said, not everybody does that. It's just, we got to be smart. And I learned these things the hard way. So all us guys that have learned these things the hard way, you know, we're going to share with you and try to get you. Oh, why is my live stream doing this again? Man, this internet, I have got to get this thing fixed. Somebody's got to come out here and get this internet back straight. They've got to come and get this internet straight before I lose my mind. So let's see if we're going to put XPO on our list here. I don't know. This thing is grossly oversold. It's grossly oversold. See, we right here at the 52-week low. But it's got potential, so it's got to be on our watch. It's got to be on our watch. What are you doing, Leo? So we'll do that. So let's open up our desktop here. Oh, I know what the problem is. I know what the problem is. so let's see. CIEN. $33.98. Okay, we got $33.98. Let's see. Let's see what we got here. Let's see, what's the next? What's the other stock I had? Go with XPO now. XPO. Maybe because Mir Barak is got it on his watch list. But it's on an analyst upgrade or a downgrade, whatever. Downgrade, not upgrade. What am I talking about? Analyst downgrade. So, yeah, for XPO. Let's see. All right. So we broke we've broken this pre-market low here. We've dipped below it. I know what I need to do. I know why this thing is acting stupid. Never did fix this. Boy, I am so smart. All these days I've been dealing with this, and I forgot to plug in the freaking internet cable. I forgot to plug in. All this time I've been doing all of this off of Wi-Fi. And I didn't have it hardwired. I just realized that I didn't have this computer plugged in, that it was been running on Wi-Fi. So hopefully this fixes the problem. Yeah. I'm thinking that created all the issues. It's I moved. Actually, when I put the Christmas tree up, I had to move my desk. Because I like to have a Christmas tree in here with me. And I had unplugged it. And I forgot to plug it back up. Yep, my Charlie Brown Christmas tree. You got it. Charlie Brown Christmas tree. All right, come on, time. I'm ready to go. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Okay, for you guys that are curious, if you take advantage of the Christmas special, then it won't start until your current subscription ends. So you won't lose time. You won't be paying for two at once. So the clock won't start until your old one finishes up. All right, that's it. That's it. Let's see what we got here. We got XPO. Of course, that hit just like we thought it was going to hit SSR. CIEN has gone. I mean, this thing left the building on us. Left a building on us. It's like, screw you guys. I'm going home. And that's just what it did. And Turd is doing just what it needs to. Swimming around in the toilet bowl. It's exactly what it's doing. Yeah, it's a stinker. It is a stinker. Stinking up the place.
CN.
Yeah. See, we should have caught this on the pullback here. But it was just too soon. I mean, it was just too soon. Could have caught a quick dollar pop, and then you're done. just too soon in the day. Should be coming out. If you did it like after 8 o'clock, sometimes it gets a little backed up. But you should be receiving it here in a second.
TLRD.
And then my welcome email I'll send out, once trading slows down. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know about this. This isn't looking very nice. That CIEN is not looking very good at all. Let's see, TLRD. It's on short sale restrictions, so it's going to be a little difficult to get in if we break. That's what makes it a little bit hard to deal with. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. I don't know. This thing seems to be a little stuck. Seems to be stuck at 1450. Yeah, not gonna mess with that. And this is an opening range break. I'm concerned about red to green being right there. And then we're right into this 50. We're running right into that 50. Looks like it's going to open up for us. But we got to wait. Looks like the SPY has taken off. We got a rocket pop there. kind of waiting here on XPO. I don't want to buy it into this 50, but I'll get it over it. I just don't want to buy into that, the 50. No opening range. I wasn't going to buy it here on the opening range break because the 50 moving average is sitting right there. This is resistance. Then you've got red to green here. So what I've got to do is buy over that.
CN.
Wow, CIEN took off. That thing popped. Looking to get the spread on this doggone XPO is ridiculous. The spread is ridiculous. But you can tell the price action. You can tell looking at level 2 that this is a critical area here. All right. So I'm getting close to taking it. I'm getting close here. We're still working on this. Still working on it. We still aren't really getting much. And the spread is just not there. Just not getting it. It's having trouble breaking over this 50. That's why I would not buy it. Would not buy it until we cleared this 50. It's just having so much trouble. If you look at the chart on CIEN, that'll show you why I didn't buy it for opening range breakout. Today is just another one of those another one of these days where we have no direction. The market is chopping around. We have no direction there. No, it's the shape is the first candle. It's the price action. You know, the fact that it was overextended. You know, I wasn't gonna mess with it. There were too many things wrong with all right, let me flip back over now since XPO is not going to do anything. All right, so here's the first 5-minute candle right here. Okay, this is his indecision. Complete and utter indecision. So I can't trade off a candle like this. So we wait, and here's where I would kind of go with 15 minutes. But you know, the wick on this candle is longer than the body. So there's really just nothing showing me that there's some momentum to drive it up. Nothing on this chart is showing me any momentum to drive it. So there's no reason to get in this. You know, you got to know price action. It's all price action. It's about feeling, you know, what's happening. It's about watching time and sales, watching level 2, looking at the orders coming in, and, you know, watching the price action on the chart. You know, that's why screen time is so important. You know, everybody teaches their strategy. Everybody teaches it. And it's so easy to see on a dead chart. A chart that's not moving. And it's also easy when they do it in a replay mode, where they already know what's going to happen in everything. But where the rubber meets the road is actually trading this and doing this live. Because that's where the disconnect comes in. And that's why I stream this thing live. You know, some people, you know, a lot of people won't do it because it'll hurt their business. Their business is based on them producing big wins. But that's not reality. You know, all I care about is reality, what's real. And what you need to know and learn and understand to get you over the hump. And it's everything together. It's the formation of the candles. It's the price action as that candle's forming. You know, it's watching the orders go through. You know, time and sales can't be fooled. Level 2 can. And when you're dealing with a fast moving stock like these low dollar runners, you really can't read time and sales in level 2 because it's moving too fast. But on these stocks that aren't moving that fast, you know, once you get trained, you're going to be able to determine, you know, are they playing with this? Are people throwing big orders out and then pulling them? Throwing big orders out and pulling them? Because if you see an order here for, you know, somebody puts in a big order here for 35.55 for 2,000, and then it disappears, and then it pops back up and it disappears, then you know somebody's playing with this thing. So you need to be really cautious. Don't jump in. Gotta read. Reading price action is paramount. I know when you're first learning, it's learning the entry strategy, looking for the setup and entering, and then you build off of that. That screen time is what's going to teach you all the little idiosyncrasies that goes along with your strategy. And you'll start learning how to adapt in different markets. That's what's important. Now, you can't keep track of it. You're just watching it. Now, you don't have time to track it and write it down and all that good stuff. Now, CIEN is pulling back through it's pulling back through those moving averages, or trying to. But look at the volume. Look how the volume has been dying out. You track it with your eyes. It's what you see. What you see on the chart. What's forming, the candles forming. That's what makes this difficult. You can't learn this overnight. It takes months and months and months of practice. Can't learn it overnight. There's no fast tracking. Like I said, there's no substitute for screen time. You can't fast track any of this. It's putting in the time in front of your computers. No, I'm not missing TVIX. It's not ready for me to trade yet. It's too choppy. You got to be careful trading TVIX. You can't jump in too soon, or it'll eat you alive. Oh, thank you. There is a break. God dog it. It's on SSR, so it's going to be hard to get. Dadgummit. But that's the break. I'm going to put an order out there and see if it can get hit.
XPO.
Ah, shoot. I missed it. See if it comes back and hits me. Dadgummit. Damn it, it's not going to come back and hit it. I missed it. Ugh. This is what I hate about stocks on SSR. You can't just jump in. It's got to tick up. I'm not talking to you, dog. Let's see if we get a little bounce here. Yeah, he's mad because he can't get steak. I'm gonna see. 35 is the lowest I'll go to get in. So I'll put that there. If it gets a pop up, we got. Damn. It's cleaning my clock. It's the bad thing about SSR. It's just cleaning it. I should have left my 53 order out. I would have been in better shape. It just has to tick up. That's all. Got my clock clean on is SS. I don't know why I keep doing this to myself. I keep saying I'm not going to trade stocks on SSR. I'm not going to trade stocks on SSR. And I turn around and do it anyway. And I should have waited. You bastard! I keep telling myself, I'm not going to trade it. I'm not going to trade it. I'm not going to trade stocks on SSR. But I do it anyway. ¿Por qué? ¿Por qué? I do it anyway. Do not trade stocks on SSR. Do not. I need to put that in writing. I need to put that in writing.
NRZ.
All I can say is, ¿por qué? You're breaking my back. 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 You're breaking my back.
NRZ. HBAN.
Te odio. Yeah, gotta release my emotions. I gotta release them. Release, release, release. Release. I have to release them.
RF.
I have to release them.
T. HBAN.
I have to beat myself with a drumstick. Come on, you little bastard. Let's get through 57. Somebody doesn't want me to make money today. Somebody doesn't want me to make money today. Come on, Leo. Leo. Come on, buddy. I need you. It's your birthday today. No, I'm not looking to get out break even. I'm looking to get a winning trade. I'm looking for a winning trade here. So we're in 52-week low territory. I need this thing to keep going.
XPO.
Here we go. Come on, baby. 56.75 or better. Come on, you little bastard. Come on, don't get stuck at 57, please. Don't get stuck at 57. We're going to have to chew through 57 now. This is a high stress trade that I don't like. That's why I don't need to trade stocks on SSR. I just need to leave them alone. We don't need high stress trades. Because what happens, we get in one early and we use up all our mental energy and we're just messed up for the rest of the day. So I want to give this a chance to crack 57. If we get a nice crack, we should drop to 56.75. I should get my first target hit. I would have loved to see it at 56.50, but the trouble that it's having here at 57, I think it's smart to do it if it hits 56.75. Hey guys, when you're watching this, now watch what happens when we get close to 57. Watch what happens. Watch and see not so much how many orders are posting on level 2. Look at how much is going through on time and sales, and then what the price is. You're going to have hidden orders.
TLRD.
And that's why I like to watch time and sales. See, we should be getting ready to hit this. Partial, there we go. Bingo. First target hit. So now we can put our stop at break even. But what lesson did I say I learned early today? When I did my recap this morning, what was I supposed to do? I said on stocks with SSR, I need to take either 2/3 off or take it all off on my first target. I messed up. I only took half. I should have took 2/3 off. So if we get a move through 56.50, I may take 50 shares.
Down.
What are you doing, man? All right, I took 50 more here at 56.37. So I got 100 left. So now it's kind of going to be how low can you go?
Down. XPO.
Okay, so stop's going to be back at 57. I'll just put it at 57. Okay, why is this thing acting stupid now? Oh. I know why. Dummy. It's supposed to be a buy stop. See if we can get through 56. 56. Stop's going to be back at 57. But I'll see if we get through 56. Would love to get through 56. I will take some more.
NRZ.
I'll take 50 more shares if we dip through 56. So if we get a quick dip, let me see. I'll do. Doesn't look like it wants to do it though. But just in case, I'm going to throw a bid out there for, order out there for 55.85. In case it gets down there and gets a quick dip through 56. It's having trouble. It's not even letting it get close. Again, this is where reading the price action is letting you know what's going on. You know, we saw, we weren't even getting close to 56. And we saw all of this support building in. You know, so I've got profit locked in. I'm just going to, you know, I'm going to give it enough room to see if we can break 56. See if we can see if we get a good test of 56. That's what we haven't done yet. We haven't gotten a good test of it. If we can get a good test of 56, we'd have a better idea of where we're going. Okay, here we go. Good test. Give it a good test. See the support build in at 56? And then we bounce back. If we break 56, we could get a quick dip down to 55.85 or so, somewhere in there.
UWT.
There we go. Wham! See how nice that was? Just what we were looking for. Okay, XPO, I take back all the bad stuff I said about you. I'm not calling you a little bastard anymore. You're a good bastard. You're a nice little piggy. Nice little piggy. Not right now. I've got I'm looking at it on my Thinkorswim chart. I would have stopped out on XPO if it had broken, or if it had closed above the 5-minute opening range low, or hit $300.
RF.
But opening range low is where you put your stop on these trades. On an opening range breakdown, the reason why I waited on this, hush up, dog.
XPO.
Hold on, I'm looking at the wrong chart. Hold on, dog, I'm coming. I'm coming. Yeah, Matthew, I got another chart. I'm looking at it on my Thinkorswim chart. But right now, it's just been trading sideways for the last 30 minutes. It's between the 20 and the 9 in VWAP. Even though the 20 is pushing up, it's not doing anything. Can we break 55? This is why I love this is why I love 52-week low breaks. I love them. This was a 52-week low right here. And I was looking at this line. I was calling the wrong thing. Had we gone back and closed above the 52-week low, that would have taken me out. Leo, no, sir.
XPO.
My daughter gave him some catnip last night for his birthday. God damn. He's in the tree again. He's attacking Christmas tree. Come here, boy. Come here. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Don't you want some of this? Stay away from my Christmas tree. Oh, he loves Christmas. He loves the trees. He attacks my Christmas tree. It's like he hears a squirrel in it. He'll get in the middle and start climbing up the middle of the tree. Here, boy. Oh yeah, I give you, if you have trade ideas, I give you my scanner. I give you the layout. Yeah, I send you the just send me an email and I'll send you the cloud link. Yeah, just send me an email and I'll email you the cloud link.
XPO.
Look, I'm about to let y'all out, dogs. If y'all make me mess this trade up, I'm going to be mad. Y'all going to have to eat dry dog food for a week. You hear me? You know. Come on. Come on. Come on. Go. And don't.
XPO.
All right. Nah, I'm gonna be a little bit more cautious with breaking the rule again. Yeah, Ed at AverageJoeTrader.com. Yeah, Ed at AverageJoeTrader.com. Yeah, stocks on SSR. Let's see if we get 54.50. Stocks on SSR. I like the wait. Just like we did on what was that? The stock we traded yesterday. I like to wait until later on after things settle. Holy cow, what was that? All right, time to take it off. I don't know if that's a fake out or what. But I'm going to try to give it. See, it's doing that on the 1 minute candle too. I don't want to wait and let it go all the way back to the 9. I guess I could do that. You know, here's the dilemma that I have a lot of times. You know, when it starts to bounce, do I just take it all off? Or do I let it bounce, see if it rejects at the 9, and then add? I've never had luck adding when I'm letting it bounce. Well, 55 is a whole dollar mark, and that may be where the support is. So that could be where the support is. So I'm waiting and, you know, see if we start to make higher highs here on the 2 minute. This candle closes green and then the next candle makes a higher high. You know, I'll take it off and then turn around and, you know, if it rejects, potentially get back in. Small account. No, I start out every day in the small account. That's what we're doing. The only time I'll switch over to my main account is when we're done. When we're done here with the small account, then, and if I'm going to trade like TVIX like yesterday, I'll log into my main account and then we'll trade TVIX. See, we're running into some support here at 50. If I had more shares to take off, I would. But I've got 50 shares. Can't really take it off here. If I take it off, it's going to have to be everything. But how often we get 2 points? This is kind of a triple. The stocks that we trade, we look for stocks that's going to give us multiple point moves, that have the opportunity. The problem is a lot of times we don't get the follow through. So it may make a point move and then that's it. Maybe a point and a half and then that's it. But you know, we look for these stocks every day. The stocks that I look for are gonna have this type move potential. It's up to the market that day whether we're gonna actually get the whole move or get part of the move. My stop was if we closed back above the opening range low. I'm sorry. If we closed above the 52-week low. This is the 52-week low. This is what I was basing the trade off of versus the 5-minute opening range. This is the 5-minute opening range low here, but it was a 52-week low, which is what I was really going for. Time and sales gives you, it just gives you so many clues. There's no way you can know what orders are going through without looking at time and sales. But I mean, it's up to you how you do it. You know, if you're comfortable doing it that way, then more power to you. But for me to get the complete picture, you need to be able to look at time and sales. Looking at what's going on in level 2 versus time and sales, I'm able to determine whether this thing is getting manipulated or not. You know, that's, you know, I've got to have all the information going into this.
Down.
All right, so I'm going to take this last piece off here in a minute. I'm looking at this. We're having trouble cracking this 55 support. Look at the candles. You see here, this candle traded inside this. All of these are indecision candles, but each one making a higher low, a lower high. They're all trading inside of one another. So for me, it's time to, once we make a higher high on this, it's time to get out. If we make a lower low, like we did here, then we're going to get the flush to the bottom. You just got to be ready to go one way or the other. All right, so I think I'm going to try 54.50. If we get there, I will take 25 shares off. If we get 54.50. I doubt if we'll get it, though. I think this support's too strong to give us a dip down there. We haven't even hit 75 yet. We got to get through 75 before we even get to 54.50. But if we get a quick dip, I think we'll be... Anyway, I could have gotten a better entry. Not for the way I trade, no. I mean, I could have not got in on this candle and got in on this candle. But you're dealing with a stock on short sale restriction. And, perfect entries just aren't going to be there. But for me, I think I've got as good of entry as I'm going to get. Trading the way that I trade.
XPO.
Oh, yeah. I didn't put the order out. That was stupid. I didn't put it out. Let's see if we dip it through 50. I'll squeeze it. It's right at 51. All right. So I took 25 shares. I got 25 shares left. Really, to see how low we can go. Yeah, having a point stop is gonna be ideal.
TLRY.
Let's see how low we can go. This is why, I scale out so that I could be in the trade, see how low we can go.
XPO.
And we can get through 54, man, that would be incredible. But the thing is, with these stocks hitting 52-week lows, there's just no visible support other than whole and half dollar marks.
XPO.
XPO. Work it, baby. Work it. Yeah, you don't want to chase it down here. Okay, so now this is kind of the boring part of the day. We're just waiting for this last piece. See how low can it go? Like I said, there are a lot of traders who will they will add on the bounce. But I think when this thing bounces, it may make that run. Whenever it bounces, it might make that run.
XPO.
That stocks on SSR usually make. I tell you, anything under 53.35, once I get 4 points on this, forget about it. Almost. We get through that, I'll put my stops. Leo, I hope you haven't been in that catnip again. No, you're not going in that tree. Go have a seat somewhere. Wow. Gee, I should have put in a thing down at 52. This thing, it dipped all the way to 52, which means we may be coming back. Oh my gosh. We may be bouncing. Whenever I see a candle like that, that kind of tells me we may be bouncing.
GMUS.
No, Leo, you're not going in that room. I'm sorry. I'm going to put one at 52.25. I'm going to see if it dips down there again. I'll take it. Yeah, Jeremy. No, I won't get Fritos today. I can go to Captain D's today. I can go to Captain D's today and get me a fish sandwich. Here we go. Bam! And I'm spent. Done. Hey, all we're looking for is the meat of the move. I think we got the meat of the move today. We got the meat of the move.
XPO.
Yeah, I don't know how low this thing is going to go, but yeah, it could go to 50. Why was it rejecting your orders? What error code were you getting? Because they had shares. Were you trying to market in? Or did you use that did you use the hotkey that I gave you? Because that'll keep that message from coming up. You can't market in a stock on SSR. You used to be able to do that on SureTrader. That was my trick of getting in SSR. But they don't allow that anymore. Let me see.
AEO.
I've got it copied somewhere. Hold on a second. Let me see. I might be able to get it from here. Wow, this thing is not stopping.
SEO.
It is not stopping. Whoa, Nelly. Hotkeys. Setup. Yeah, it's on the setup. Let me see. F8. Where's my F8?
XPO.
Damn. Should have let it ride, but hey. It is what it is. It is what it is. Hold on, let me get you the hotkey here. All right, so send me, I'm going to have to email it to you. Because it won't let me copy and paste. So I'm going to have to take a snapshot of it and email it to you. Oh, no. I know what I can do. I got it. Yeah, I'll email it to you. Because that way you can copy and post and paste it. Because see, it won't let me copy. It won't let me copy and paste this in the announcement tab. So email me and I'll email this back to you. That way you can let me try it this way. Oh, okay. I can do it this way. Hold on. I got it figured out. I'm smarter than I think. I'm smarter than I think I am. Alright, so you can name it whatever you want to. I just named it SSR hot route, and the key is F8, and then there's the script. So don't have to email it to you, it's right there. I figured it out. The sun shines on my backside every now and then. I come up with something good. All right, so this thing has been extremely weak. Too weak to bounce. Up to this point, I would be looking for a bounce at some point. And if we come up here and reject the 9, I'll be all over this thing again. Yeah, that hotkey, what it does is it automatically puts your order one tick above. It automatically puts your order on the ask, which is if you're trying to get in a stock on SSR, you got to put your order in on the ask. So instead of you trying to type it in while the stock is moving, this automatically puts it out there, which will give you a good shot at actually getting in the trade. Yeah, the share count is manual. Now, what you can do this, let's say you're only trading 100 shares right now for the next couple months. You're just starting out. You're only going to trade 100 shares. Then, yeah, you can add 100 shares to it. So you just want to make sure that on your montage that you're gonna have the share amount. You have the right share amount type. You have the right stock in. Because whatever is on that montage, that's what's going to hit.
NRZ.
I'm getting an alert on TWLO saying that I'm close to getting stopped out. So I'm close to getting stopped out on TWLO at break even on that last piece that I've got. I didn't have a final target on it. It was just how far could it go above the 52-week high. So right now, if I get stopped out, right now I'll just wait and reset on the bounce and look and trade the 52-week high break strategy. So that's the beautiful thing about catching a stock on the 20 EMA cross, because it allows you to trade the same stock over two strategies. Technically I should have taken it all off. I could have taken it all off on the high 52-week high when it broke it, but I wanted to see how far it could go. That's why I left a little piece on, because you never know, it can keep on going. Just like this XPO today, you don't know whether it's going to continue to sell, so you just leave a piece on. Whenever I see a stock flash down to a level like this and get bought right back up, oftentimes the floor is right around that level. So that's why I put my order where I did. But obviously this thing had a little bit more in it. But I've got to stick with my targets. Whatever my plan is, I got to stick with it. So, if TWLO stops me off at stops me out on the rest at break even, then I'll be looking, probably not tomorrow, but into next week, I'll be looking for the 52-week high break. I'll be looking for that trade. All right, so now you guys were asking about TVIX. Now, what's got to happen for this TVIX to work? You can see we held this red to green here. If this thing bounces and we reject up here, we reject all of this resistance, then I would look to get in TVIX long, looking for this to sell off and go red on the day. No, but I'm looking for this to bounce into some resistance and give us a solid rejection. Oh yeah, I know that hotkey works on an SSR stock. It works. Gets you right in. So I'm waiting. I wait until TVIX gives me a nice setup. The market has to put in a trend like it did here and then bounce. But, this is a concern. This will keep me from taking it in a small account. These wicks. Because the average range on these candles are like 60, 70 cents. You got to double that in TVIX. So that's $1.20, $1.40. No way I'm going to deal with that much risk on that stock in a small account. It's not going to do it. All right, guys, so we're winding down the morning here for you guys that hung out with me on YouTube today. I'm glad we got a better day today than we did yesterday. You got to see how patience worked, and we actually got a trade this time. So, yesterday we didn't get a trade. It didn't really give us a move early. Today we did. So, I'm glad we got to share that. But this is what we look for every day. Every day, this is what we look for. We don't get it every day. You don't get your trades every day. They don't present themselves every day. But the day that they do, you have to be ready for them. So this week, Tuesday gave us a good look. Unfortunately, I wasn't here. I had a meeting at my son's school Tuesday morning. So I missed that trade. I couldn't trade the morning. But Tuesday and then today we had a nice trade. So you get 2 or 3 good trades a week and then sprinkle the base hits in there, you're going to end up with a relatively good week. And that's what we shoot for. When you're trading a small account and you're trying to grow so that you can get out of the crap broker that you're in and get into, a legitimate broker, that's our number one goal. And the only way to do that is to grow. Not lose money every day, but to grow. And that's our focus. That's going to be our focus going into 2019. That's why I'm starting next week, the first class to set up. I wanted to do it this week, but now I see why the internet was causing me fits. But next week we're going to be doing the how to make a living day trading. And it's going to be off $5,000. How you going to do that? You're going to grow your account and make some money off of flipping $5,000 every month. That's what we do. Russell, I'm going to do this every Wednesday. Well, next Wednesday. The Wednesday of Christmas week, I won't be doing it. And maybe the next one after that. But I know next Wednesday, we'll be doing it. So I'll announce it, next week. It didn't give me, it gave us, you can see, it did give us the little bounce. I was kind of waiting to see if we were going to get another candle up, which is why I didn't take this.
HIIQ.
But looks like it's just playing games now anyway. So gonna sit on my hands still. It may not be until after lunch before this sets up to give us a clean trade on it. Well, I started, I've had this community I've had for 2 years in January. And so throughout those 2 years, I've started over with like $1,500 for probably 7-8 times. And this summer we started with $1,000. So I tried to kill myself this summer, but started with 1,000. And now starting in January, I'm going to attempt to recreate my 2015 journey. That's the one that I did the interview on, and where my blog started, and I started doing videos around, later on that summer, and kind of took you through the process. So I'm going to look to do it again. May not make 78 grand in 10 months, but we should be able to, do pretty good. Because when I did it, I only traded to the long side. Now I'm going both ways.
HIIQ.
So if the market is good, we should be able to make it. But no guarantees. Now I'm starting at 5 grand come January. I'm gonna wire out whatever I got extra. Right now, I'm almost 7 grand in it now. So whatever it is, I'll wire out and we'll spend at Christmas. And then start at 5K. Well, if you are you swing trading it? Oh yeah, swing trading does, but you got to be patient, just like day trading. My swing trading is like part-time, so I don't do it all the time. Yeah, you got to look at, how much range. You got to level at 3504 on CIEN. So, and then you've got 3472 is the 50. So you got to look at how much range you have before you jump in short. All right, guys, so it is lunchtime for me. I'm going to sign off here. So thank you guys on YouTube for joining me. I will be back at it next week. No, maybe I need to do this on Thursday instead of Wednesday from now on. I got to think about that. But I will announce it so you guys will know ahead of time whether I do Wednesday or Thursday. All right, so you guys take care, and I will catch you. I'll catch you in the markets.